played the wrong intro. I'm so sorry. Hello and welcome to Crazy Days. Yes, I'm going to, Nightbot will be joining us as Pixie Dust. Pixie's on her way. Yeah, it was funny. What can I say? It has been a scrambly, wambly kind of day. Hershey can't join us. I originally planned to have Hershey here, and she can't join us today. Her internet is crapping out. So I'm sorry about that. But that's how things happen sometimes. So I'm just trying to get everything set up here with the banners and all. Hi, welcome. It's so good to see you all here. Hi to Diane, Kim B, nice to see you. CJ, nice to see you too. And who else do we have in here? We've got, I love that story about the bee digging a little hole and then disappearing in it. Isn't that cute? I've never seen a bee do that. That's so sweet. Oh dear, I forgot to get Wanda. Emily's here. Hi, Emily. Okay, so Maureen, Rossi. Hi, Rossi. Hi, Maureen. Yeah, it's just one of those days, and so the energy is very whacked out. Wanda, I totally forgot to go. So she's just going to scream and yell. Maureen, if you want a reading, please, we're using Nightbot today. So please type !join and then your question right after it. And so hi, Shenanigans, welcome. And Baby Angel, welcome to you too. I'm going to have to take myself away for a second and go get Wanda because she won't be quiet otherwise. So I will be right back. Sorry about that. We're back. Maureen, take away the space between ! and join. You see how it's on the ticker that's under the screen? It's immediate ! join, no space. I'm going to take 8 questions today. Perfect, CJ. Take a look at CJ's or light workers, and I'm setting the limit today for 8. Hang on. There. And so there's room for 3 more questions. Thanks, Kieran, for coming. And T. Lynn, thank you for being here. Thank you, Diane. You're just an amazing, amazing mod. And Hypnicity. Okay, Hypnicity, never mind. I'm just going to, your question has, I can tell already your question has too many characters in it. So I'm just going to mark it and I will answer your question, okay? Perfect. And if you sometimes what happens is that Nightbot, if your question if two people ask a question at the same time, Nightbot will drop one and not see it, or it'll be invisible. I'm not sure what happens, but it doesn't cope very well with that. So you should get a notification, just like the one Maureen just got, that you successfully joined the queue, and it'll give you okay, so there. So now I'm closing the queue. And questions are now closed. So go to the banners, take that off, and put questions are now closed. And I don't need to say hold your questions until after the discussion, because there's no discussion, right, Wanda? Okay. Nightbot shenanigans. Oh, thank you. Kim says she thinks I'm savvy. Oh my God, that's so nice. No, well, maybe not. Oh, here comes Pixie. Well, maybe not. Hi, Pixie. You'll have to turn off whatever device you've got going.
I got it. Okay.
Maureen says Wanda just wanted her mama. No, Wanda just wanted attention. I mean, she does not do well when I'm doing something, and she's not. Hypnicity, that's fine. I have your question. It's marked. Not a problem. How are you doing, Pixie?
Like a rush going, am I going to make it?
Yeah. Well, you did.
Yeah, I didn't speed either, so that's a good thing.
Oh, good. I was worried about that. I was hoping that you weren't going to, take any risks or anything like that.
No.
Oh, Pierrette. Hi, Pierrette. So I was just telling people that we've had a weird day. It's been
it's been kind of weird all around lately, a little bit.
Yeah, well, learn how to pivot. What
you have to do about it, so you just do the best you possibly can, and
that's right.
Around and go.
That's
hey.
Right. Well, I opened it up with the Akashic Adventures intro instead of mine.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, we're human. We all make mistakes. So.
That was funny. Oh, man.
Today, so.
Shenanigans has a nice greeting for you. And let's see. Maureen says it's been a weird day for her too. Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just us.
I don't think so. I think there's so much energy between the elections here, and then you've got all the P. Diddy stuff, and among all the other characters they keep throwing in every 15 minutes. So it's a bit crazy.
I haven't been following the P. Diddy stuff, mostly because I never liked him and I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to see all the connections, like how it's like a spider web. It keeps going out further and further. That's what's interesting. So thinking, who's going to be on that chopping block, 2 days from now? I wonder.
Pierrette says her computer is acting up, so she's going to watch us on the replay. I'm sorry. I love having you in the chat. So I hope you're maybe you're having the same problems Hershey was, because her internet was just crapping out really bad. Yeah, and Emily says something interesting. She Maria has perfect health is here. Hi, Maria. She just chooses not to look at the news now because it just makes her unhappy. Yeah. Well, because that's what it's designed to do. Okay, because
if you're gonna look at it, you got to have a huge shield. I mean,
yeah,
huge.
it's
I don't think it's not a coincidence that everything is happening I just don't think it's a coincidence that everything's happening.
Keeping the population fearful is a really good way of controlling people. People who are frightened are much easier to control and manage than people who are happy and confident. So
Well, it's like
puts
all the polls, they keep bringing out the polls, and it's just like, just vote, and that's basically all you really have control over.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, CJ, it is really interesting to see how different people read, and it's really interesting for me as a reader to read with different people because there's some like different aspects that come out, and different people or different different guides that show up, different masters that show up. It's always with different readers. It's always really, really, really interesting for me as a reader, and as a chatter, as a member of the audience. Yeah, I guess it's pretty interesting for you because you'll get a whole wide variety. So,
go with
are
the
you
flow. Good? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to. Whoa!
Hi, Nessie, T-Lynn. Now, everybody must have gotten here before I did, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you were like, T-Lynn says, same as they do with organized religion, we have to edit what we're willing to let into our heads. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially, conventional organized religion is built on fear. It has been for centuries.
Yeah, fear and control.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans, aren't you sweet? Thank you so much. Okay, so Kim B is first. She would like to she would appreciate. Oh, by the way, we didn't get to discuss this backstage. Do we both? We didn't get to discuss anything backstage. How would you prefer to go? Would you like each of us to read one, or would you like both of us to read each one?
It's up to you. I mean, it just sometimes I'll get it first, sometimes you get it first. So it's hard to control that. It just comes when it comes.
Yeah, and also it's the other thing that's hard to control. And I see this. Well, you and I have seen this together, but I see it on Akashic Adventures too. Is when someone's reading and I get more information.
Mm-hmm. Or vice versa. Am I going to remember what I'm seeing, kind of thing? So
yeah, exactly. So
I guess we could ask for some patience from everybody.
Yeah,
because we don't control how it comes in or when it comes in.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way it works.
Sometimes I'll say something and sometimes I won't. Mostly I do, but sometimes I just don't. Okay, so anyway, so what did we decide? I forgot now. Did we decide?
Either one's fine with me. I mean, I'll work with it.
Okay, all right. So maybe maybe each of us, because it will probably go faster if each of us has a question.
Yeah.
With the provision that, Diane, we're not at the opening prayer yet. Because we're still discussing how we're going to do it.
Anything, Diane.
But thank you for the reminder, because I need it sometimes, and I appreciate that. I got it right here. With the provision that if the non-reading reader gets something, that will be shared, and just jump in. Okay. All right. So let's start with the 3 deep breaths. All the way down to the bottom of your toes. Hold it at the top and out through your mouth. And again. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group, consisting of the people here now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay, is given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And now I'm going to read silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy fields of this group to receive the records of their souls. Okay, so I guess I'll start. So, what would the masters like to share with Kim B today? You're still not having enough fun. You're still not creating enough joy in your life. You're still not, you're bad girl. Sorry, that was me. I was trying to be funny. You're not, they're just urging joy and asking you to look for it and asking you to create it and to do something creative that will generate joy within you. Turn up the music and dance around to whatever you like dancing to. I love dancing to ABBA, if that's any inspiration to you. But yes, joy. You need more play. You need more fun. You need more fun. Something that will spark joy within you, that'll create joy within you. They really want to see you working on that. I know it sounds stupid, right? Work on joy, but that's what they're telling me. That your current focus needs to be on manifesting and embodying joy. There's lots of ways to do it. You don't need me to tell you because you can figure it out. But that really needs to be a focus for you right now. This is critical for. Oh, that's interesting. This is critical for your spiritual growth. How interesting! I'm getting big chills. Joy is an essential element of spiritual growth. You can get so far without joy. You can get quite far without joy, but really require joy to go the whole distance to enlightenment, to connection, to a complete connection. Not a complete. The word isn't complete. The word is wholehearted. Open. Yes, whole connection requires joy. The love is already there. The desire is already there. The components exist within you. You need to add joy to that mix. Well, that was interesting.
Very. What I heard was when you ask your guides for information. What they're saying is you're like dead serious about it. That's partially what Linda's referring to. And I think part of it is there's a little bit of doubt that you think you're hearing the right message. They want to tell you they love you very much. They don't intend to give you false information. They're asking you to ask smaller questions, not just the big important questions that carry a lot of stress with them. Ask for the smaller questions and then ask for confirmation. The easiest way to build your trust in them is they're saying is keep a journal, just write your question down, and then ask them for a sign, and then just, relax, let go, see, because your intuition is going to flow more easily, and you'll see a sign. What they're saying is they're going to give you a sign. So they want you to be more aware of your surroundings. They're saying at home and when you're out. But if you keep that journal, you'll write the answers in it to your questions. And what it does is they're saying it's going to build your trust.
Yeah.
And they're going to, they're going to give you some, they want you to ask some off the wall questions that you normally wouldn't ask, because they want to give you answers. They're going to make you laugh because you're going to be like, seriously? Because they really, I'm getting two guys right now. You have more than that, but the two guys right now that are in charge of this particular project is what I'm hearing. They want you to have more fun with it. So that's going to be your task. Ask some, crazy question. Like, I don't know if you've ever gone into a parking lot and ask your parking angels, find me the best possible place to park and watch what happens. That will definitely build your trust, because you're going to notice that you keep finding the perfect parking space without it. Like you pull in and then somebody pulls out right in front of you, kind of thing, and you can pull right into their spot. That's one of the simple ways, to get answers. But there are other ones that you could think of. Just, try and think of stuff that seems to you really outrageous, far-fetched.
My guides help me wake up on time and wake up, like ready to, not just laying in bed for 3 hours, but wake up ready for action and ready to get up and go. And they also help me find stuff that I lose. I lose things like my glasses all the time, and my glasses and my vape, and I mean, I live in an apartment. It's in the living room, it's in the kitchen, or it's in the bathroom, or could be in the bedroom. I mean, it's a very limited space in which to lose something, but I lose stuff all the time. And they always help me find it. Usually within 5 minutes, I've got it. I walk around and say, please show me where this is, because I'm so sorry, I've lost it again. And so
I had a friend who was Catholic, and they have a lot of saints, and she wanted to help me find, she lost a watch. It was a grandmother's watch.
St. Anthony.
And she said, St. Anthony. She'd say, St. Anthony, St. Anthony, please come around. Something's been lost that can't be found. And you'd be amazed. And just relax and let go of it. Don't, keep stressing about it. If you relax and let go of it, all of a sudden, if you're paying attention, you'll get an urge to go look somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's where it's going to be.
Yeah. And those outrageous places that you didn't remember at all.
Dropped off the side of your bed for some reason.
Yeah.
Where you wouldn't think to look. Yeah. I had an instance where I couldn't find my car keys. And I had an appointment, so it was stressful. And I believe to this day it was my father who took my keys and he put them right on my bed. I couldn't miss them if I tried. So, you'd be amazed sometimes at who comes through to help you. That's what Kim and I are suggesting anyway, with your guide's help.
Yeah. Kim wants to know if they have a name. Honestly, I don't know my guides' names, and I don't really care about that kind of stuff, because I got the feeling, well, Actually, I was told that I couldn't pronounce their names even if I wanted to.
Yeah, some of them you can't, but I'm getting Bethesda and Jeremiah.
Cool. The other thing is, for those of you who want names for your, they don't mind if you name them, you know, if you can distinguish them from each other, you can say, okay, is it all right with you if I call you George or whatever? and Bethesda, Kim.
Like Bethesda, Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't be shy about naming them, and just saying, if you don't mind, I would like to name you whatever. Is that okay with you? Like for our conversations, Todd Howard, is that you? Okay.
You know what I got was the Bethesda name. Kim, do you have an affinity for water? Because that's what I'm getting that connection is.
She says yes.
Okay, that's why the name. That's where a lot of the Navy are located, up in Bethesda. I feel like there's a connection. Oh, okay. There's a past life connection with that particular guide. It has to do with being in the military on a ship. Interesting.
Huh. Yeah, you don't have to be Catholic for St. Anthony to help you, okay?
No, I'm not Catholic, and it helps me every time.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
I
used
see,
to St. Anthony.
you know, it's just the intent. So you rephrase it if you need to. That's just how I was, I mean, I didn't know anything about it at the time. I wasn't even, well, I've always been psychic, but I wasn't doing this work. She called me in a total panic because it was her grandmother's watch, and I found it.
Yeah. So. T-Lynn had the right idea. She says she named one and told him to let me know if he wanted me to change it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way to go, because I'm not very good at getting names. I get all kinds of other details, but I don't get names. Not usually. I have occasionally, but it's not something that I can rely on. So there you go. So thank you very much, Kim, for your question.
Good luck. And it'll be fun. Make it fun.
And yeah. And I want to hear about how you're having fun. Okay. Next time we meet, I want to hear about how you're having fun.
Yeah.
And what you're doing. Like jumping in puddles, sliding down slides. Okay. So next is Emily. This is for you, Pixie.
Friends, may I have some guidance for my guides of how to feel safe again? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, my guys are telling me, you know how to do that. I guess I'm being put on the spot. What I would strongly suggest, and it doesn't really matter how tall you are or how muscular you are, it doesn't really matter. But I would highly recommend taking self-defense classes. And you need to practice it to the point where it becomes second nature and you never hesitate. Because your gut will tell you if you're in a bad place. It'll tell you not to go to a place. If you're listening to your gut, it'll tell you that. Women have very good intuition for that, for a reason. That's one of my suggestions. There are several books. Somatic therapy, I don't know if you have access to insurance or if you can afford somatic therapy. It gets it out of your body, because any trauma is stored in the body.
Yeah.
Until you can release it. And it can be pretty devastating because held long enough and deep enough. And there are times when you don't even know you've got trauma because it's buried in your subconscious mind. It'll affect your health. So it's very important to get it out of there. Yoga might help too. Excuse me. And then there's a great person on YouTube. I really liked her. Her name, the name of her YouTube channel is Crappy Childhood Fairy.
Oh, she's wonderful.
And she does offer some free things that you can learn from her, but she also offers, courses that you can take. Sometimes you can find, group, but some people aren't happy, they're not comfortable in a group setting, especially when it's something very personal.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. Let me see if my guys now will tell me anything else, because they were like, okay, you're on. This is your thing. Hold on a second. Sorry, Emily.
It's fine. I'm hearing baby steps, Emily. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing baby steps. Do something that scares you a little every day. And learn to trust yourself again, because that is the root of your unsafe feeling, is that you can't trust yourself to know when you're safe and when you're not, because you thought you were safe and you were betrayed.
Yeah, it might kick off a trauma response. It just depends on the circumstance.
God bless you, Diane. Look at that. She put the Crappy Childhood Fairy channel link up.
Well, thank you very much. See if they will now tell me something that I don't know, because you put me on the spot. Hold on.
Shenanigans brought up something really interesting too. She says that red jasper will help restore balance to your root chakra and reduce some of the PTSD symptoms. And that chakra work, do some work, and this is something you can do yourself, because there's YouTube videos on like music balancing chakras and sound and all the rest of this, so that you can rebalance your chakras and get them moving again, because your root chakra is traumatized, and so is your solar plexus chakra. They're both kind of frozen. This is what the masters are telling me. They're both frozen. Get them moving again. Some of that you can do with movement, like with yoga, but you can also do it mentally, like spiritually.
You have, this is going to sound really, what I'm seeing is a great big gorilla, the big ones. And he's going to be like a protector guide, is what I'm getting. That's going to be his current role, to help you feel more secure. And always call in Archangel Michael. It's really important. Negative energy is repulsed by white light. They don't like it.
True.
So if you can practice picturing yourself in this great big huge white light, like a big old bubble around you, they don't like white light. So they don't like stuff like black tourmaline or black obsidian or jet, which is also black. It's a grounding stone. It sounds contradictory to the white, but it's not.
It's earth. That's why it's ground.
Yeah, and you can go, I don't know if you can get these books. The library's kind of a sparse place to get books sometimes on stones, but there are some really good books on identifying stones. Like I have one that has 2 indexes that I really like, and everything's in color. So you can identify the stone by color. It'll give you what it will, work on. It'll also give you, the name of it. There are different colors of a lot of stones too. They're not all one color. Like topaz comes in a lot of different colors. But you can look at that too. If I got a feeling for some reason that's going to interest you. So I would try looking for, there's a really good book, but it's not, when you're first learning, you need something that's in color. I'm really visual, so I like the color and I like the double indexes. Very unusual. It was beautifully set up, I think. Like it was a genius move to set it up that way. I have others, but they don't have all the colored pictures. So I hope that helps you, Emily.
I hope that this Is there a way she wants to know if there's a way that she can communicate with them for help? You're talking about your guides? Well, yeah. Usually people start talking to their guides through meditation and dreams. So if you can find some space, some time in your days regularly, so morning, night, whenever, to spend to still your mind, because that's the whole point of meditation, is to still your mind, to get that monkey on a trampoline to just shut up and sit down, and or those 5 squirrels on speed. Spend some time meditating. Learn how. If you don't know, it's very easy. There's YouTube videos on that too. You can learn just about anything from YouTube. So learn how to meditate, learn how to still your mind. Some people find that doing activities like washing dishes or knitting or crochet or sewing, walking meditation, dancing meditation, anything that you can do that will help you still your mind so that you can receive messages. And you can also, before you go to sleep, ask your guides to talk to you, to help you in your dreams, and to help you remember those dreams so that you still have the knowledge. And then when you get up in the morning, you write down, you have a notebook next to your bed on your night table, and you write down the images that you remember from your dreams. And then at different points during the day, go to them and see what comes up for you with those images.
If you don't want nightmares, put a stone called kyanite underneath your pillow. And that'll keep nightmares away. But
kyanite,
on Crappy Childhood Fairy YouTube channel, she recommends that you write 10 to 15 minutes twice a day. And that's just because getting what's in your head on the paper.
Yeah, out of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily comments, I don't really dream anymore. And she also wants to know, will my pendulum work? Yeah, your pendulum will work.
It's not my favorite tool because for me, I influence it.
It's useful. It has limited usefulness, and limited, I mean, in some narrow parameters, it's very, very useful. For the kind of work you're talking about, I don't believe that your pendulum will be useful to you because you won't know what questions to be asking.
Yeah, the questions matter a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And how you phrase that question has a lot to do with the kind of answer you're going to get. So I at this stage, I don't recommend you using a pendulum. I find a pendulum really useful when I'm answering questions for other people. When I'm answering questions for myself, I prefer to go to the cards. I prefer to meditate or dream. But that's me, and we've all got different ways of connecting, and we're all different, and that's good. That's a treasure. That's something we should be really grateful for. So there you are. I hope this was helpful to you, Emily. I hope that this gives you some, I'm concerned that you say you don't really dream anymore. Yeah, you do. You just don't remember them.
That takes you paying attention. And the problem is the minute you wake up, the minute you start moving around, you're going to lose a lot of the dreams. It's not going to be there. So if you have like a digital mini, recorder that's small, and
voice notes on your phone.
Yes. I find that they get, you get a lot of them pretty quickly. Yeah. And then there are some dream books too that are really good. The book that I'm talking about with the stones is really big. It's probably, I'd say 10 inches wide and maybe 12 inches in length. And it's got a black cover with really colorful stones on it. And I think it's called Encyclopedia. I've just had it for so long, I don't think about it anymore. I have quite a few books on stones.
There's also a method called
if that helps anybody. I used to make jewelry, so That's why I know so much about them.
There's another method similar to a pendulum called muscle testing. So you can say things like, does Wanda love me? Well, yeah, of course she loves me.
Of course she does.
Of course she loves me. I feed her every day. I play with her. You know, I scritch her. What's a question? The answer is going to be no. I'm going to win $1 million this week. What?
But see, if you don't believe that, to me, you're going to get a.
I got a yes.
Well, I did your lotto numbers, so I hope that's right. I'm right. Yes.
It's not even like weak, okay? Because sometimes it'll be slippy, you know, a little slippy. You can feel it. Yeah. Anyway, this is similar to a pendulum. It's a method that Cash Peters likes to use with, like, is this food good for me? So he's
been using it for a long time, and he doesn't trust it 100%.
Not 100%. He's, you know, sometimes it works, and he says mostly it works, but you know, okay. Here, I have some really good hand lotion here. Is this hand lotion good for me? Okay, is this hand lotion good for me? Oh yeah, I got a real strong yes on that.
There you go.
And it should be. It's Snail Moisture Hand Cream.
Well, I think smaller stuff like that is easier too. If you start out small, you kind of build your confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
In a particular method.
T. Lynn says she stopped dreaming when in an abusive situation. I wish I could put more comments up at the same time. She thinks it's because living on eggshells, you never get to REM state. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. What you need is like a YouTube video on like a that gives you, find the one that's right for you, because everybody's different. You might like music, you might not like music, you might like the bowls, the singing bowls. It just depends. But find something where you can get into a relaxed state, and it depends a lot on your breathing.
Yes. Breathing is the foundation.
It's extremely important. And get some kyanite until you feel comfortable. Something is making you, I'm hearing something is making you feel very uncomfortable about sleeping in your bed. You feel defenseless and helpless. And so that fear is coming up in your dreams. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps at all.
Yeah. For me, my bed is my safe haven. My bed is my refuge. My bed is my cozy place. It's like the best place in the world. Kyanite. I got a kyanite bracelet on Amazon. They're not expensive. I think this one was like $20, maybe $25, something like that. It was inexpensive, and I love it. It
aligns your chakras too. When you wear it on your person, you can get just what they call a blade of kyanite. It's flat. It looks like a blade. It's kind of shiny. It's not super delicate, but you know, it'll flake off if you really mishandle it. But if you put it just under your pillow, it stops the nightmares. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope these suggestions give you a buffet of possibilities about approaching feeling safe. Some of them are from the guides and masters, and some of them are just from lived experience of the women around you in the community. So I really, really hope you feel better soon. I send you all the love.
I really do believe, though, that every woman and every female, I think male children should learn self-defense. I really do. Because because predators know when they see an easy target. They sense the energy signature. And if you have self-defense training, they can feel it.
Yeah. Because you're totally different. Your whole aura changes when you know you can handle what's coming down the street at you. Like, come and get it.
And you don't have to be a big person. I mean, I'm talking about something like jujitsu, which can be pretty nasty. which is why I said you can't hesitate. You have to learn to do it and do it automatically when you get in that. You don't go into the freeze state because you're so confident that you've learned the skills. I mean, men have eyes, they have noses, they have mouths, they have ears, they have all kinds of nice vulnerable parts. Just saying.
Throats.
My father was a 3rd-degree black belt.
So Emily says she was assaulted in her sleep once. Yeah, that probably is why you don't feel safe. And may I suggest that you take steps to cleanse your bed, even though it may not be the same bed that anything happened in. Yeah, Krav Maga, if you can do it, Emily. Taekwondo is like, yeah, no, you go for Krav Maga.
You want to go for something fast and speedy and efficient. Fast, speedy, and efficient.
Yeah.
You know. But she could, yeah, I think she does need to cleanse her bedroom. Is what I'm getting.
You need to cleanse your whole bedroom, and you need to spend some extra time cleansing your bed. So sage.
And call in Archangel Michael too.
Yeah. Sage, Palo Alto, or is that what it's called? Palo Alto, that wood?
Yeah, that's one. That's those small sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. So I see.
You get a spray if you don't like something that burns. You can get sprays too.
But a spiritual cleansing of the entire space around there, and
you can also, if you have like a small bowl or something, just put some ordinary salt in that bowl
and put it under your bed.
Put it under your bed.
Yeah, that will help.
You can also put a little bit of around, door openings and stuff. I mean, I don't think you need to do that. I mean, you might want to do it on your bedroom door for a while so you feel more comfortable, but that's another solution too.
Palo Santo, that's what it is. Palo Santo. Thank you very much, Diane, again, saving me.
Thank you. We're kind of, when we get in this phone, we're not 100%. We're not like the 3D world a lot of times. So
wording not good. What else? Is there anything else you want to say?
Somebody asked me the other week what ring I had. I thought it was a bug. It's actually labradorite. Whoops, where is it?
Labradorite? Oh yeah, that stuff is really cool.
Yeah, it's just
I love the shimmer.
Yeah, I like the extra. It's unusual to get extra silver work. Like there's flowers on the side.
Aw, it's very pretty.
Thanks.
So Emily, you may have to cleanse your bed and your bedroom more than once. That's right, Diane. It's the floaty feeling. You may have to cleanse your bed like before you go to sleep at night, every night. So get yourself a bush.
That's why I kind of like that spray for a bed, because I worry the embers coming off whatever I'm burning over my sheets or my bed. It gives me, I probably had a fire issue in another lifetime. I don't know. It gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I can't have fire because of the birds, but
and there are also books on. There's a little tiny book, only about this big, maybe. It's not very big, and it tells you how to sage and
temple bells. Those really nice temple bells.
Yeah, they clear energy. Yep,
they clear energy very effectively. What else? They just kick that into my head. So you don't have to burn anything. And temple bells are easy to obtain. So try those too, but do it every night. That will help. That will help you a lot. Okay. So next.
Well, that was a long answer there. I'm really sorry about that.
I know, but that's,
I think we understand how you feel too. It's not very pleasant.
Maria, you're right. Bells clapping and laughing to clear. Yeah, raises the vibration. That's the whole point. It clears, raising the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my turn now, right? A light worker with a message with a question. Could I have an Akashic reading? Okay, so this is how a light worker, are you still here? Teal'c, you're right. You can use tuning forks. That's right. It's the vibration. It's the vibration that matters. That's what the whole point of the cleansing is to clear out the lower vibrations and bring in the higher vibrations. So yeah, you can use sound to do.
And tuning forks are kind of personal because they apply to your chakras too. So it'll depend on what note you like.
It'll help your chakras. Light worker, are you here? I mean, we'll still answer the question, but good. Okay. An Akashic reading. So how I'm interpreting this is if the masters have anything specific they want you to know. Honey, you're another one that needs to have more fun in your life. So just take everything I said to Kim and apply it to yourself. You need more joy. You need to create joy. You need to be joy. Joy. You're not having enough fun. You're not laughing enough. You're not enjoying yourself. Enjoying yourself. You're not, they want you to enjoy. So, okay. So this is the meaning of the word enjoy as has just been relayed to me. Enjoy, to bring joy into yourself. So we say, are you enjoying yourself? Yeah. Bring joy into yourself. That's what it means. Okay. We think of it as just, pleasant, No. It's deeper than that. It has to do with joy. Joy is permanent. Joy lasts. Joy is not like happiness where you're happy for 10 minutes and then, on to the next thing. I have to shop for something else. Okay, that was fun getting that Amazon package. No, I want another one now because that happiness lasted like 15 minutes. But joy doesn't need Amazon packages to be present in order to feel it. So yeah, joy. You too. Have fun. Go have fun. Go make some, I don't know, finger paintings or something, but go have fun.
Yeah, try some different stuff. See what you like the best.
Lightworker says she's cooking dinner. That's why she's not as active. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. I just was worried that you were gone in case there were questions that I needed feedback on. But I have the, they're telling me you don't need to be so serious, sweetie. You don't need, not everything is life or death. No, the world's not going to fall apart if you're 5 minutes late. It's fine. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Create opportunities for joy to be present in your life. Like actively search those out. Find them. Bring them to yourself. Think about joy during the day, like at odd moments. Like, what could I do to have some joy right now? Maybe it's a glass of water. Maybe it's listening to music. Maybe it's going out onto the balcony and taking a deep breath and looking at the trees. I don't know. But yeah. I hope that helps.
Painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear pastels too for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Kitten videos. I love watching kitten videos.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
So I like watching restorations of chateaus. That's usually when I want to zone out and dream, you know what I mean?
I like watching restoration. I watch a channel called the Pethericks. They restored a chateau and now they're restoring this humongous convent in this village in northern France. It's wonderful to watch. They're just ripping it and taking out all the cement.
This one because it's kind of a really historic chateau. It's like and they found a painting and it has so much moss on it. They were actually like scraping it off, and they had to unfold it. Turns out the thing is going to pay for all of the rest of the renovations. It's
Really?
and they're I mean, they're not messing around. They're really doing it back to the original as much as possible. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Macron actually came to visit their chateau while they were working on it. I was like, whoa. But
So
it's so beautiful. So, I mean, you look out this one window at the top, is called an ocular window. You can see for probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles, this gorgeous forest. I was like, oh, I love trees. Trees are my thing.
Pixie sent me a link to that, and now I'm suckered into it too.
Sorry about that.
Well, that's okay. You know. I like it. I like watching renovation stuff. So yeah. So find your groove. Find your joy. Find your, oh, look at this. That's so cool. Find that and bring it into your life. I hope that helps, Lightworker. I don't have much else to tell you except to find joy. To create joy, find it, create it, bring it into your life. We should all be doing that. I was interested by the message that joy is an essential component of spiritual growth. I never knew that. Did you know that? I never knew that.
Yeah. I grew up with music, so that's my joy. I can get lost, and whatever kind of music I'm listening to will affect how I feel. Because it's very personal.
Yeah. Me too. So for you, we have a question from CJ. Pixie.
We got, what can the master tell me about my spiritual growth? I don't know why I'm hearing this. I mean, I'm hearing right when I close my eyes, dance, dance, dance. That's the first thing I heard. 3 words: dance, dance, dance. I can't why I heard that. I got a fairly good idea, but
I love it.
I think you really liked music when you were young. And somebody told you, oh, no, that's not appropriate. Or, they put the kibosh on whatever it was you really liked. And that voice is still in your head, which happens a lot to us, especially when we're kids.
Oh, yeah. And girls.
Oh, yeah. Because we're supposed to be proper, right?
Yeah. Girl kids. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what they're wanting you to do is find that music, and there's more music, is what I'm hearing, that you haven't discovered yet. That's going to give you a lot of joy. What it's going to do is when you're listening to the music, it's going to free your mind. And that's when they're going to be able to talk to you. Because you're not focused on them. You're not focused on everyday life. You're focused on the music.
And the flow.
Yeah. And you're going to start getting messages when you're listening to that music. And at first, you're going to think, oh, wait a minute. You're going to think it's your imagination. It's not. That's the first step. And then you're going to start getting, which I get, like lyrics. Lyrics are really important if you get them, because you can look them up and they'll tell you a lot about what the message is that they're trying to get through to you. Why do I see tap shoes, like tap dancing? Did you ever take tap? I don't know why, but I feel like you wanted to. Okay. I don't think the person who's going to be paying for the lessons saw the point. They're like, well, what do you want to learn that for? Where are you? Like, something about that, they couldn't see the purpose in it, so they didn't want to pay for it. Part of that is because budget, obviously, as an adult. but you definitely wanted to dance. And I
wanted to be a ballerina.
yeah.
Oh.
And they, you know, anybody that looks at a ballerina knows the amount of work, the amount of time, the amount of years they put in. And then if they're lucky, they'll be one of the majors in a ballet troupe. It's extremely grueling. And so I think they were looking at, well, you know, we're going to pay for these lessons. But what that person didn't understand is it's an incredible way to keep your body in good shape. And you can do ballet, even simple ballet, like at the bar. I took ballet till I was in steel toes. And it's an incredible way to stay in shape. It gets rid of your emotions because you're working, you know, you're working your body pretty hard. So you might want to look into, see if you can find a class with, it's called a bar class, not like, you know, you're going to the bar to drink, but, you know, bar on the wall. I think you would really like it.
BARRE, a bar class.
Ballet, yeah, it's French.
Yeah, all their terms are French in ballet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so take a bar class. I think that you would be happy with any kind of, at this point, starting with any kind of dance would release, you know. So if you can't find bar, try belly dancing.
Yeah, because it's releasing whatever. There's something trapped in your body too. I can.
Yeah, something in your body needs out, needs release.
It's from the waist down, so that's why it would be helpful to do that particular type of exercise.
And I'm suddenly feeling very uncomfortable in my own body. So I can't help but feel that that's related to the reading. Connecting your body.
It'll make you feel more powerful.
And YouTube videos for adult bar work, good. Do that and do them and keep doing them. And if you want to do, she did try belly dancing. Good for you. I'm getting that the movement. The movement helps you connect to your body. Connection to your body is helping you connect to your true self. It's the first step to connect. Oh, it's the first step to
fly like a butterfly. Is what I heard.
Yeah,
fly like a butterfly.
Connecting to your true self. The body is the first step.
What I see is the energy is going to go up and out.
Yeah.
That's what I see. That's why I got the image of the butterflies, like the wings, but I see the energy coming right up your chakras and out the top of your head like a big old butterfly, like it's going to be so freeing to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
helps, CJ.
Good luck. I hope this helps. Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I just got to stretch. I got this little kink all of a sudden.
Is that the base of your, like the top of your shoulder blade, base of your neck?
No, I'm trying to stretch out. It's in the middle of my back, which is odd because, like, you know, so I'm just trying to. Okay. Next is Kieran, who wants to know, what do I need to know at the moment? Okay, I've lost count. I've lost track. Who's next, me or you?
You.
Me? Okay. What do I need to know at the moment? You need to trust yourself. You need to work on trusting yourself. You need to work on feeling, well, for one thing, feeling that your wants and needs are just as important as anybody else's. Okay. And and putting yourself first more often, putting your own comfort and your own needs and your own wants before other people's, especially when other people's needs and wants are going to remove, they're going to be uncomfortable for you or will make it hard for you to do what you need or want to do. Setting boundaries and trusting yourself. That's what I hear.
I got green, heart chakra, outside, in nature is extremely healing. Call on Archangel Raphael. I feel like being out in nature is really, really going to free you. Oh, okay. You have elementals that are guides. Take a blanket with you and sit. If there's grass near you somewhere, someplace where you can go where there's grass, trees, flowers, water would be very helpful too. And sit. Bring a book with you if you have to get comfortable at first, because I have a feeling you're going to be a little discombobulated the first couple times you do it, but then you're going to notice. It's interesting. Like I see like a green light come down, and it's like a shell that goes over top of you and all the way down to the grass. And it's circular. It's all the way around you. Oh, okay. You're going to think at first that you're hearing things, because you're going to hear your elementals before you see them. And you're going to think, what? You know, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I'm hearing things. I'm just going to tell you, you're not hearing things. You really aren't. They're interesting because I have an elemental guide. They're very interesting. They're really, depending on what they are, because there are all kinds of different elementals, but you'll find out. And then what I would suggest is to look for some books on them, depending on which one you have. Or I feel like 3. I'm hearing 3, 3, 3. I'm hearing the Trinity is what I'm hearing. Yeah, they want you to then go do some research on what type of elementals you have, so you can work with them a little more closely. They'd like you to like lean up against it. I see you leaning up against a tree, sitting on a blanket. Is what I'm saying. Because you have a gift which you don't know about yet, and working with plants, flowers, and they're going to teach you more knowledge that's not in a book, is what I'm hearing. So you're going to come to really love it. It's going to be very important to you to spend that time. So have fun.
Have fun, Kieran. I hope that helps. So then we have 4 more questions to answer. How are you doing? It's just after the hour. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
The same thing as you do. I have like a crick in my left shoulder blade on the inside. I'm like, okay, come on, Archangel Raphael, get that.
Just below my right shoulder blade. It's just below my right shoulder blade towards the middle of my back. It's really one of those places.
Mine's on the left side, yours is on the right side.
I know, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So the next 4 people in the queue, we have Baby Angel. Did someone say Shenanigans? Maureen D'Amico and Hypnicity. So okay, let's get started. So I don't make you disappear. Make sure my cursor is in the right place. And I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit because I don't like the amount of blank wall behind me. I should get some fabric or something to put up there.
Did you say you had some paintings? No?
I do. I have paintings, yes, but the paintings are too big to go back there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, baby angel, this is for you, Pixie.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm. Okay. I immediately saw a female and a male. So it's not just one person. Hmm.
Got a budgie flyby.
This is a lesson, that's what I'm hearing. I'm not going to tell you it's an easy lesson. It's a lesson for all three people that I see. Wow, there's like a lot of problems with boundaries. A lot of boundaries being crossed and pushed, and it feels like a fight to keep your head in water almost.
Do you know what I heard? I heard two things. I heard boundaries. That was the first thing, and in a very emphatic tone. And then I heard joy.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times, if you're with people that aren't happy, they kind of get a kick out of messing with your joy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
Let's see what they want with her. I think you feel very alone, and there's the first thing I'm hearing from them is, no, you are not alone. They're asking you to call upon them. I don't know if you do or not. Get the impression for some reason when you get quiet time to yourself, somebody's messing with it. And I don't feel it's a male, I feel it's a female. It's like, oh no, I'm familiar with that procedure.
You're reading? You're not doing anything here. Come and do this.
Mm-hmm. They're going to help you put your boundaries up. So they want you to call in Archangel Michael. Surround yourself with white light. And if they don't, they're going to keep pushing. So what I'm seeing is you're going to learn to expand out the white light from yourself. Like you're going to push it out more. It's almost like they're helping to push that person back. And, people don't like white light if they're not from the light. They don't like it. So they're going to be kind of like, I don't like this energy. So they're not going to bother you as much. It's something they're going to teach you. Oh, I hear they talk to you at night. Let me ask if it's in your dreams or when it is quiet is what I'm hearing.
Hi, Christina. Welcome.
They want you to, this is going to be hard because you have a privacy boundary issue. Trying to figure out how you can do this without them, interrupting that flow. Because trying to keep a journal is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
With people that like to cross boundaries.
The other way to do it is voice notes on your phone.
Yeah, you have to make sure that they don't find out what your code is and that it's locked.
Yeah, the good phone security. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to want to make sure it locks quickly. Same thing for you, salt under your bed.
Oh, yeah.
And if you have a separate room from those two people that I'm seeing, salt at the threshold. into your room. I'm also seeing a lot of pink, so that's heart chakra. So they're wanting to help you clear the heart chakra because right now it's very shut down, it's closed, which I totally get why you closed it, but it's not healthy for you. And they're going to teach you how to protect your heart chakra. And what I always picture myself wearing is like a breastplate because it covers from your neck, which is your throat chakra, down to just above your sacral chakra. So it covers a lot of the chakras. So if you can visualize yourself, I don't know if you know what a breastplate looks like. It's a piece of armor from the Middle Ages. But it helps a lot to do that. And I don't know if you can afford a kyanite bracelet that'll align your chakras, which will help you also. If you can find, this is kind of a hard stone to find. Pink quartz works. I like rhodochrosite. It's a stronger energy. It's pink, but it's more expensive and harder to find in a nice piece. So look for pink quartz. Pink quartz. You can also you might be able to find a pink quartz necklace that you could wear, but you don't have to. You can put it in your bra.
Are you talking about rose quartz?
Rose quartz. Sorry. Yeah, rose quartz.
Rose quartz is really easy to find. Bracelets, Amazon.
Yeah, the rhodochrosite's not, but the rose quartz is everywhere. But make sure it's real rose quartz. And try and get as what I call as jammy a piece as possible, which means it has a lot of depth when you look at it, and it's deep in color. Because you can get some, quartz that's like got hardly any pink in it. Yeah. Or you can get a lot of really gemmy quality. Pink
Etsy's
quartz.
a good place to look for that. You'd probably be able to find rhodochrosite on Etsy.
You got to watch on Etsy because unfortunately a lot of that stuff comes from India. It's not always legit. Do you have any kind of metaphysical stores where you live that carry rocks? Because they'll always have rose quartz. It's extremely common.
Yeah.
So Baby Angel, do you know if you have that, any kind of store like that carries rocks? With your right hand over your chest.
Shenanigans has an interesting exercise for Baby Angel's heart chakra.
Yeah. You can also restore your vagus nerve if you put your hand over your throat, then your hand over your stomach, and you hum. Because your vagus nerve runs right down the middle of your body.
So this is your right hand over your chest, just above the breast, and then the same with the left hand and that.
Yeah, where your heart is.
I can't put that hand on my knee because Wanda's on my knee right now.
And then put your other hand over your stomach, low on your stomach, and hum.
Baby Angel says she's
trying to push the sound like from the top of your head all the way down. Just hum. You'll feel it. You'll definitely feel it all the way down.
Palm facing inward. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, so not like this, like this.
No,
okay.
Like right against your body, your palm, your whole hand against your heart, and then my left hand down below my belly button.
Yeah, and then hum.
Humming. Yeah. Okay. Or you can also do it on your throat. If you want to do it on your throat, you can do it on your throat the same way. Do it this way, or on your throat, your left hand, same place, and start humming. It's very interesting. The sensation's going to be interesting, but yeah, if you can, it's better if you can. I like to buy my stones where I can touch them because everybody is drawn. The stone picks you, believe it or not. You can go look at a whole bunch of rose quartz, and you'll take maybe 4 pieces or 5 pieces out, and you'll go, that one. And you don't know why, but that's why, because it's meant for you.
Yeah.
I hope that helps you a lot. It's going to be challenging, but rewarding once you master it. It's going to be frustrating to other people.
Yeah, they're going to be really frustrated with you.
They're going to be very frustrated, but they won't understand why. They're just knowing that whenever you change what you're doing, you can't change another person, but when you change yourself, they can't come at you with the same old shtick. Let's put it that way, because it won't work.
Yeah.
They don't understand why, so they kind of get frustrated.
And yeah, they get frustrated, and it's really interesting to watch what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Baby angel, that piece of rose quartz in your bedroom, put it in your bra.
It's a great place to carry stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a great way to ground yourself is to put copper pennies in your bra. It's grounding. A lot of people are not grounded. They're not in their body. Like they're about, your aura extends above your head. And a lot of people are they're not all the way in their body.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to deal with things when you're half in, half out, because that means you really don't want to be here. You're trying to get out, but your soul contract says you can't, basically.
Yeah.
But it'll affect your physical health if you're not all the way in your physical body.
Yeah. Shenanigans, you and I need to have a long conversation about the suggestions that you're putting in here, because I want to know more. And I'm going to, I don't have your email address or anything. So maybe if you could email me, my email address is in the show notes down below. If you could email me, please, because I would like to explore this subject with you and maybe have you on the show. So we can.
On YouTube is Prune Harris is the name. She does a lot of energy stuff.
Mudras. Is that what they are?
Yeah, mudras. Okay. That's Indian, East Indian.
Okay.
And then Donna Eden too. Is very cool.
Okay. So yeah, please, Shenanigans, if you will email me, I would like to do something with you on the show because okay, so here's this is not connected to anybody's question. This is just information that I just got reading the suggestions from I'm just going to put this one up. This is the second one. She made one earlier. The masters are telling me that those energy centers are critical for our physical and spiritual well-being. Where we don't pay enough attention in the West, we don't pay enough attention to them, and they are the health and the vibration. Our vibration has a big impact on our health, and our chakras are what governs, monitors, reflects. These are all they're telling me stuff that has many words to make up one meaning. Okay. So monitor, govern, and reflect, all in the same thing. Our overall well-being, spiritual as well as physical. Our aura is generated by our chakras. Well, I didn't know that. In the West, we don't pay enough attention. We need to take lessons from the East, because they have long mastered this art.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's ancient. I just don't prefer. My issue is past life in India, and I was just watching a documentary where the midwives in India are still killing female babies that they deliver, because the families don't want them, because they have to pay a dowry for them.
And the wedding and everything else. It's their girl babies are a big expense, and so and once you've paid all of that and raised them and everything, then they go work for their husband's family. So you've lost their labor. So yep. I mean, it's
just, it was,
can't say this. I can't say this on YouTube, but it's a real cultural kind of shoot yourself in the foot, isn't it? So anyway, sorry. Did I miss my next question? No, I hope not.
I think so.
Next. Okay, so Shenanigans is going to email me. Yay, thank you.
The other thing, what helped me a lot was hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy is very helpful. So it is Shenanigans who wants to check the Akashic records. And I think this is your question, Pixie. Is it?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can check. I don't have a problem checking them. Is there something specific that
I think?
By the way,
EFT. Oh yeah, the tapping. Tapping. Yeah, that helps with calming and relaxing. All of you people who have issues with fear and anxiety, tapping.
Yeah, EMDR works for some people, but not everybody. That's eye movement therapy.
Yeah. And yeah. Pink Lady, I'm very sorry. I'm happy to welcome you to our little community here in our little corner. But our questions are closed for the day. I'm so sorry. We've been on for like an hour and a half now, and questions were closed, I think, within 10 minutes of opening. So Shenanigans, anything the masters want her to know. So latest message from the masters. Okay.
I'm seeing an angel, like, come down and how he lands very softly. I don't feel like that'll. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a block of some kind where you prefer the Eastern religions, practices. I don't know if there's some kind of, let me ask him if it's from childhood or another lifetime. It's from another lifetime.
Yeah.
I hear the word heresy. Okay, that's where the block is. All right, so I see you, excuse me, as a nun. I see you in full habit. You had an angel you could talk to, but it was considered to be heresy at the time. So you were really struggling because you're supposed to be religious and praying to God and believing in angels, and then you have an angel right there, but yet they think that if you believe in that there's something. You were terrified that they were going to put you in an asylum, is what I'm hearing. Oof.
She's lucky she wasn't around when they were burning him.
Well, she was careful. She knew what was going to happen, so she was very careful. She was frustrated because she couldn't understand why would they assign me an angel that I could talk to, who I have to be so careful about communicating with them. Your brothers put you in what they called a nunnery back then, because it was easier. They didn't have to support you. They didn't have to marry you off. They could just kind of get rid of you, kind of thing. That happened a lot. And you were like, wow, they were really controlling your brothers.
Well, it's just
you know them in this lifetime, I heard.
Any controlling men in your life, Shenanigans?
Oh man.
Like any of us don't have any.
So I could feel how tense your body was. Always tense. That's where this pain is coming from in my neck and my shoulders. It was like a huge weight all the time, constantly being on edge, constantly watching. It's just paranoia when 24/7, because you had other nuns around you, you had priests around you. What they really wanted you to do, the reason they gave you the angel, was to assist you. It was scary, but that angel was there to assist you and encourage you to leave the order. And you were terrified of that because there weren't a lot of things for women to do at the time. But you would have been helped by that angel to leave and find your purpose, because that wasn't your purpose to be a nun. It just wasn't. Oh, no. Okay. I'm trying to get a time frame for you, because I'm getting some violence in the church itself, being raided by soldiers, looking for people you might have been hiding in the church. You're mostly trying to hide children. Parents forgiving you their children, trying to protect them.
Jews.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
This was a convent that hid Jewish children, and this was I'm getting 13th, 14th century, like freaking long time ago. France.
They had an informant. Wow. Somebody within the church. One of the priests. For his freedom, for money. Oh, the penalty for hiding children was death from them. So they took all the children and hold on a second. They murdered anybody that was left. Like all the adults, the nurse, I can't think. It's hard to look at this. The priests, the nuns, they burned the church too. Good Lord. Oh. And there was this one soldier. He hated religion anyway. And what I'm seeing is some people being locked in the church. Well, and it was
set on fire.
Yeah. Your angel took your soul very quickly, so that you didn't suffer prolonged death. But that was part of what that life was about, was that angel that had been assigned to you was trying to get you out of there. It just didn't, it just didn't work that particular lifetime.
That was a lesson in trust.
Yeah. Yep. That angel is still there, waiting. they're waiting for you to call upon them.
Shenanigans says she's always worried about burning alive. Well, I can see why.
Yes.
And welcome, Leslie. I just now opened my eyes to see your message. Welcome.
And I just saw your angel. It's fascinating the way she comes in with her wings, and then she just very gently puts one foot down and just touches down ever so softly. So she wants you to talk to her.
And Shenanigans, when Pixie started reading, I don't know if you noticed, but I got a big smile on my face because what I was given. Yeah, you are so cherished. You are so loved. You are surrounded by love. It's one of the reasons I love doing these readings, is because along with the kind of harrowing kind of stuff that we see, we also get to feel the love and the
she's putting her wings around her. She put her wings around her in the church, and I saw her take off with her soul, but she's also putting her wings around her right now as we're talking about this, because it's
do you get a name? I don't.
Hold on. Sophia.
Wisdom.
Goosebumps everywhere. Yes, Sophia.
So that's an intense amount of love for you, Shenanigans. I hope I'm trying my best to transmit it to you, because it's part of the message as well. Oh, good. She says she can feel it pouring from us. Good, because it's pouring from your angels and guides and the masters.
Yep.
So
she's been with you, wow, for a lot of lifetimes.
That would be a really good reason for you to not vibe with Western religions.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like how the way I feel about India. Kind of like that. You mean? I get
that would be like a really good reason for someone to kind of say, yeah, okay, that religion's not for me. Yeah, Sophia does mean wisdom. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. I hope that helped, Shenanigans. That was pretty. That was pretty good. Yeah, sip, sip, everyone. Here's to Sophia. Okay.
I heard, may grace be with you always.
Okay. Yes, she is devoted. And it is an angel, not a guide, okay? So next we have Maureen D'Amico. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Maureen. My apologies if I'm not. Yeah, Shenanigans, me too. You're very welcome. This is my question, right? May I have an Akashic? Okay, so let's see what the masters have for you today, Maureen. And the first thing I hear is boundaries. And they're not, jumping up and down screaming joy, joy, joy at me. So, okay, so that got a laugh. they're saying that all of us could use more joy because we are an uncommonly serious and focused bunch of light workers. However, in your specific case, the priority is boundaries for your next steps in spiritual growth. Boundaries and balance. Ah, okay. Well, that's new today. Balance. That's the first we've heard of balance. Balance between, oh yeah, and that's what the boundaries are part of. So learn to set boundaries so there is a good balance between yourself and others, that you're not constantly giving, so that there is a good give and take on both sides of that boundary, that you protect yourself from intrusions into your space and time, and your well-being. Your well-being is what they're saying. You protect your well-being with boundaries. And you can achieve a good balance in your life with the judicious use of boundaries, like saying no. And by the way, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain or justify or defend anything. That only gives somebody a hook to argue with you. So just say no. That doesn't work for me. No, I'm sorry. Don't even have to say I'm sorry. I'm Canadian. What can I tell you? No, not possible this week. Or just plain old no. So yes, boundaries and balance. Work towards balance using boundaries as a tool for that. That's what I have for you. Did you get anything, Pixie?
Let's see. Yeah, okay. I heard this song right out of the gate, and I don't know why. It's not Maureen's name. You know that song by Dolly Parton, Jolene?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Maureen.
Yeah, but it's Jolene. You know the song by Dolly Parton?
Yeah. Hi, Amanda Carroll.
You know, it's just a woman pleading with another woman not to take their man. I'm gonna give you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing if she can take him, then you don't want him.
Yeah. She can take him. She can have him.
There's a feeling for you of unworthiness that they're going to help you work on, because you deserve so much more, is what I'm hearing. Don't doubt it. We are here. We support you. Lean on us, for we will always get you through. No matter how dark the night seems ahead of you. Let us help you. Let us comfort you.
She wonders if it has anything to do with the past life. Oh, yes, it does. And this past life was with this individual. And things were not very good in that past life either. Although you were not spouses, he was a parent and you were the child in the one that I'm looking at. But you've had other lifetimes together as well. And the same sort of problems crop up. I see controlling behavior. I see this is not a person who's real, what they call real high vibration. This is one who's selfish and not very smart.
No, very what I want to call coarse, uneducated,
Yeah, yeah,
mean.
yeah. I'd say vulgar, but I'm pretty vulgar myself. So,
No, that's
um,
he's a whole nother level of vulgar, Linda.
yeah.
Just um,
Uh, um, and boundaries. He doesn't. He sees a boundary as a challenge to overcome.
it's like a bull in a china shop.
Oh God, yeah. Good analogy or metaphor, whatever the hell it was. Um, I'm guessing that uh, you still have. I mean, do you have to have anything to do with it? Like, is this someone you're married to, or your boss, or something, or like, do you have to have any sort of connection with them? Because um, I'm hearing.
There's a financial link. A lot of times, finances are used to control people.
She says it's not her husband. It sounds like one of her brothers. Yeah. Um, the least you have to do with that person, the better. If you have young children, don't let them around them, or at least be there every minute. And after the visit, explain to your children that this is not behavior that is, this is not good behavior, and please don't do anything he does, because it's like just mean and wrong, and all those other sorts of things, and hope that they understand that just because he does it doesn't mean they can. Um,
I'm getting that they want her to teach her children what she will learn in meditation that they teach her. It's an energetic way of protecting themselves from negative energy.
So that armor of light.
This is interesting.
She says it's her former stepfather, and he's in hell, so he's not alive anymore.
I feel like are there children? Because I feel like there's children. I see an energetic tie, like a string between the two of them.
She doesn't have any children of her own, but there's children involved. So here's I'm just being told, ask Archangel Michael to bring his sword and cut those connections, cut all the connections within your family, or within whatever your group is. Cut those connections, especially your own.
The cord that I'm seeing between these two children is not. It's not. It doesn't need to be cut. It's like they're. It's just like they're twins, energetic twins. It's really fascinating.
He's still got his hooks into her from beyond, and the reason
you can call him Archangel Michael and ask him to cut the cords to protect her from him, but they're going to teach her. I don't know if you meditate, Maureen, but they want you to meditate, because they're going to teach you a specific way that's specifically attuned to your vibration to heal that life that it did carry over into this one, to also heal that problem, because that person is never going to change. Never. They have not learned. They still haven't learned in this lifetime. That's their issue. That's their soul contract. It's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to you.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out with these. I see these two kids. They're energetically linked.
She says he molested me as a girl, and I have half brothers with him. It's the half brothers.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. I got full body chills. Just give me a second.
Oh, nightmares, you poor thing. Yeah, he is. He is. He is absolutely evil. I don't like to say that about souls, but this guy, yeah, he really is. So for your nightmares, we've mentioned kyanite, and I have good things. I started wearing kyanite like a couple of months ago. It makes a big difference. I have them on all the time. It's a very pretty dark blue stone that has like shimmers in it, and easy to get. Etsy and Amazon both have them, um, and uh, and I highly recommend either a kyanite, necklace or just a piece of kyanite to stick in your bra. They were kidnapped by him, and I haven't seen them in 30 years. Wow.
That's why they're joined, though. That's what that cord is between the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
On.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 The other thing,
I feel like one of them is like starting to break away from that person. But that cord is pulling the other person towards them. Like, you kind of it's kind of like a telegraph line. You can do it too. Trust me. You can do it too. Trust me. It's like constantly, repeated to the other person. Because they're a little more timid than the person that's making the break. So that cord that I see is helpful. It's not hurtful. And it will, when they gain their freedom, they will always be attached. But as they mature and work with these problems, it won't be as required as it has been. It's like the part of it's telepathic. Like they could talk to each other without having to speak out loud. Kept them safe.
Maureen, I'm getting to help you sleep better. Cleanse your bed with like bells or whatever you have around you. You can use the sage spray. You can put a dish of salt under your bed, and ask the angels and guides when you go to bed at night to protect you from nightmares.
It's another, issue of healing trauma.
Yeah.
Crappy childhood fairy is very good at that. And you can do it slowly, because sometimes if you do it too quickly, sometimes trauma can be overwhelming and you want to run.
Yeah.
Thanks, Diane. It brings back a lot of stuff you don't want to really think about or remember.
I'm going to put a trigger warning in the description as well. I didn't think of that, but yeah. So we pretty much discuss whatever comes up, and that might trigger people. And if it does, please go watch kitten video.
I don't know, Maureen, if you have a fear of him showing up in your life again for some reason. I don't see that. I see he's gonna drink himself to death is what I'm seeing.
He's dead already.
Is he? Okay, well, that's how he died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is what he had to, and he has to face everything that he did. He has to feel everything that he did to anybody else. That's the way it works.
Yeah. All the pain.
All the pain, the heartache.
She uses lavender, and she prays every night for light, and she thanks God for her counselor. Yeah.
What I don't know why, but I want to recommend Epsom salts baths. And if you can get your head under the water, even better. because it will cleanse you from head to toe of any negative energy. I'm hearing say your prayers. Hearing say your prayers too while you're in the
Yeah. God, forgive you for saying what? Marie, I haven't seen you, granted my eyes weren't open the whole time, but I haven't seen you say anything that requires any sort of apology or forgiveness or anything. I mean,
no, it's a fact.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's an all too common fact. And, you know, there's so much shame that goes with it. You know, it's not even the person's fault who is assaulted. It's not even their fault, but they carry all the blame and the shame and the guilt.
Yes.
It must have been my fault. I must have done this wrong, or I must have done that wrong. So all that needs to be unloaded. And that's the same thing. Trauma is held in the body.
Yeah.
There's a great book called The Body Keeps the Score.
Yeah.
It's a highly
recommend. Yeah. And God, you don't need God's forgiveness for stating the truth.
No.
That's,
that's the thing. God is not, they're not, they always portray God as being judgmental, and
it's a fear-based religion, and that's not the reality that I've experienced.
I was raised Anglican, and even when I was a little kid, and they would say, "Oh, well, he's an all-loving and forgiving God," and then they say, "Well, you're going to burn in hell and fire and brimstone," and I'm like, "What?" I remember thinking, "Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me." Talk about contradictory. I remember thinking, "No, I don't believe that. I really don't. It can't be both."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So,
he loves you. He loves you as long as you're doing what he wants. Well, who else do we know?
No, that's not the way
every abusive man ever.
From a previous reading that I did, I probably stood so close I could reach out and touch Christ, and I have never. This is emotional still. In my life, felt that much love. Never.
Yeah.
So much light. There's so much light. It was overwhelming. I could hardly speak. It was an emotional scene that I saw, but I don't think I will ever forget that. And that's what, not just, all of the, whether it's Buddha or, a lot of the other religions, they all have that kind of figure at the top of them. It's an all-seeing, all-knowing, all-forgiving, even though we have corrupted a lot of that with how we reinterpret it and put it in a book. It's just pure love.
Yeah.
I've never felt anything like it, and I wish so many more people could feel it, because we don't have anything like it. We really don't. I've never experienced anything like that before. I've met some very loving people, but I've never, ever experienced that before. So don't ever think that he does not hold you accountable in any way, shape, or form.
And
yourself. I want you to love yourself and know that,
Yeah. Love is the first. Love is the only law. Mm-hmm. One of the many reasons that I really, really love doing readings, and I keep coming back and doing as many as I can, is because the space is so loving. The space in my head I just feel nothing but love. And I'm a smart ass, so I'll always crack jokes, but oh, you just found out. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to, shed a little light.
I think they knew that before you came in, just saying.
Yeah. But seriously, folks, the the love is incredible in that space, in the space, in the reading space. It's incredible. um yeah, there's no room for fear. There's no room for questions. Well, I mean, questions are fine, but there's no room for doubt. That's the word. There's no room for doubt. So yeah, I, I hope that helps, Maureen. I'm so sorry to hear of what you're going through. And I hope that these readings helped you a little bit and maybe gave you some comfort and some inspiration. And that's true for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mm, okay.
It's a very traumatic thing to have to go through, you know, and you know, those children aren't guilty of anything either, you know, and they have their own angels with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't, you know, everybody comes in with an earth angel. There are the angels that come in. Let's say you're going to have a fatal car accident when you're not supposed to. Those are the ones that come in where you hear the stories about them saving somebody from dying. Those are earth angels. And you have one when you come in until the time you leave. They're always there. That's their job. They aren't the only ones that are with you. And your guys will change over time depending on your circumstances, but they will always be with you.
Yeah.
I hope
Love you
that
too, Angela and Maureen. So let's all send Maureen some love.
Mm.
And breathe out the love.
Don't be surprised if you see an awful lot of pink light. And I feel like it's going to be in your bedroom. There'd be a lot of pink light. If you think it's some kind of haze, it's not.
Yeah.
It's love.
So we're 2 hours in. It's taken us 2 hours to answer 8 questions.
She says I'm still here. Did she have a question that we missed or something?
Hypnicity, yeah, because I just put her question up.
Okay, sorry. I was like, okay, what happened? Sorry about that.
The thing is that I can't remember where I was going there. Sorry, I'm just like,
oh wow, Titanic. I've actually read on that. I've actually read on that for somebody I've never met. I got the information and I procrastinated for 2 days because I didn't know this person from Adam. They're actually a reader online. And so I just finally typed it in the notes quickly, you know, and I said, you know, I would like to use some information. And I found out, I mean, I was amazed at the information I got. I drew the purse on a piece of paper that she had. The exact same purse. I drew the dress she was wearing. I told her she had a female servant on the Titanic with her. She actually survived and met her son in New York where they opened a haberdashery. It's an old term, right?
Yeah.
That was my first experience with picking up information from past life, just out of absolutely nowhere. I was just watching them lay out their tarot cards and read. I was like, what is going on? So
Maureen says we're making her cry. Those are cleansing tears and healing tears. So you go ahead and just have a good cry, because that will heal. That helps you heal.
yeah, it does. It releases a lot. It's a proven scientific fact that it actually does change your body chemistry when you cry. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. So this one's yours. Thank goodness.
Okay. Okay, we're back to the Titanic. Okay.
Yeah, we're back on the Titanic, and let's see.
Let's see if she really did die on the Titanic.
Do you want another almond? Do you want a peanut? Do you want a peanut this time? Oh, come on. Come on up. Oh, wobbly girl. My wibbly wobbly girl. I love you.
It's going to take a second because I'm seeing, all that confusion of everybody running around trying to find a lifeboat. Excuse me. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying you are running around and you're trying to find. What I'm hearing is your fiance. You weren't in like steerage. You were fairly well off. So you were in the upper levels of the Titanic. You got separated and the craziness on deck. You did not want to get in a lifeboat. And I see a sailor picking you up off your feet and making the decision for you. You will go in the lifeboat. Because he's male. They weren't going to put him in the lifeboat unless they cheated and jumped in a lifeboat, which some of them did.
Here.
And
oh, sweetheart.
They did have one. They had one of the men from one of the sailors on the boat, obviously to keep some kind of order. So, you were on one of the last ones. So there's a lot of pushing and shoving and yelling and screaming. And your boat hit the water pretty hard. I forgot. This was the hard part. At that point in time, there are already bodies in the water. You went into shock. You're already like in shock that you couldn't find your fiance, and then you see, people in the water that are already deceased. And then there's a lot of full speed ahead by the sailors that were rowing because they didn't want to get trapped in the water that, when the ship went down, it's like a suction where it takes everything that's close to it. It takes it down with it. And he's trying to save everybody on the boat.
Bye, Kim. Thanks for being here.
At one point, you are screaming at the top of your lungs because you were in shock. And I see the lady next to you slapping you in the face because she's trying to get you to snap out of it. She was afraid you were going to try and get out of the boat, is what I'm saying. You made a move to get out of the boat, actually.
Yeah.
You had a lot of trouble getting over this, which, to be honest with you, I don't know how a lot of the people that survived were able to ever forget it.
Well, I don't think they did.
No. Many had nightmares for the rest of their life.
That's right.
When she got you to calm down, then you went into what they call a catatonic state. So you wouldn't speak. You wouldn't look at anybody. You were picked up. You were taken to New York. And his family was waiting. He didn't return because you were waiting too. You weren't speaking, but you were in your mind waiting. it took you 5 years, I'm hearing, to basically recover from the shock. You were angry. You had a lot of conflicting emotions. You were very confused. You were angry. Why did that have to happen to me? That was, you were very much in love with each other. So it was a really big loss. It wasn't, so some people are engaged and they think they love each other, but they are able to move on more quickly. This was a soulmate for you. Hold on a second. His family actually made sure you were taken care of. Your family was on the other side of the ocean and didn't have the means to get a crossing paid for. So they took on caring for you and keeping in touch with your family. And I get what I'm getting is a brother started working. He's done a lot more work than he almost worked himself to death, to be honest with you, to pay for steerage, excuse me, to New York. And it took him 6 years. So by the time he got there, you were recovered. The joy that it was. Oh boy, hold on a second. So there's a lot of emotions. You didn't want to ever go on the sea again?
Didn't even want to see the sea.
As a matter of fact, I got that you moved to Virginia, away from the ocean in New York. And you moved inland in Virginia because there was some fairly profitable farmland at that time. So your brother was your caretaker. Well, okay. So you established the farm. He was very hardworking. It's interesting because you met somebody else about 10 years after that. He met somebody, he got married, he had a family. You did not, but you were with your spouse. You had adjoining farms, interestingly enough. I feel like you're a Catholic because you always lit a candle on that date in remembrance. That's what I'm seeing.
She says that she's a quad Cancer. She loves being near the salt water now.
It took a long time for you to be able to do that. What you did was you were able to, it took you a while with your new husband because there was still that fear deep down inside that something was going to happen to him. Like you knew you couldn't go through that again. And so you used to pray all the time also about that. But you took care of your brother's children. And there was a lot of love all the way around because everybody was acutely aware of the loss and how painful it was. So you also made a point, everybody did, of when there was a special occasion, like, Christmas, Thanksgiving, it was like a huge event. Like everybody went out of their way to experience all the joy, and they looked for everything they could be grateful for and celebrated it because they knew how tenuous that it could be. I'm hearing smallpox.
Mm.
Okay. This was difficult. You died of smallpox, so your husband was devastated, and your brother was devastated, and his children were devastated. Wow, and he lost his wife too. So it was just the men and the children. The children were, I want to say, teenagers. So they were working the farm. Obviously, kids started working the farms really early back in the day. So they worked the farms
when they could walk.
What's interesting to me was neither one of those men got remarried. What they did was they helped their children establish their happiness, their prosperity. That's the legacy they wanted to leave in honor of their wives, is what I'm hearing. They were really extremely close. And the reason you when you crossed, you saw obviously the person who had passed before you. And that's when you lost your fear of the water, especially salt water. Because you were able to see the Akashic records that you had together. And he was frantically looking for you. It's just that there was so much commotion on the boat, he couldn't find you anywhere. And that was his biggest issue when he passed. Was because he was afraid he'd let you down and he couldn't find you and he didn't know if you were safe or not. But he was a really good person. So I hope that helps.
Thanks, Pixie. And thank you, Nalani, for that question. That was really interesting. Okay, so we're done with the questions. Shenanigan's leaving because she has to get to the pharmacy. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty well at the end of my rope.
Yeah, that was the Titanic ones. It's hard because you see everything.
Yeah, you see everything. I want to thank especially thank you, Pixie, for showing up at the last minute. I really appreciate that. I'm going to read the closing prayer before I forget, and do it in 20 minutes after the show's over. I'm going to do it now, and then we're going to talk about what's coming up, and we'll. So 3 deep breaths again, everybody. I think at this point we all need them. So 3 big deep breaths. So in through the nose, hold it through your mouth. And the last one. So what are you going to be doing in the next little while, Pixie? Next week, this coming up for you?
I've got somebody that I known for quite a few years, actually. And, it was funny because I was down at she has a metaphysical bookstore and she's looking for readers. So it's probably what I'm going to be doing next week.
Awesome.
She wants to talk to me, and because she, I've known her a long time, but when she first met me, I didn't do I mean, I could do it, but I didn't do any of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Did I forget to read the closing prayer, or did I read it? I don't remember now.
I didn't read it yet. Not yet.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group. The records are now closed. See, like I'm floating, man.
Thank you.
I'm just floating. Thank you all for, I should talk about what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that. That's it for me this week. I'm going to be, next week, I'm hosting Akashic Adventures, simulcasting on Viviani's channel. And you'll get to see that intro again. Oh, God, what a silly mistake.
Thank you.
And then on the 31st, which is a week from now, I'll be back. I still don't have any guests scheduled for that, so it might be just me doing all the readings. I don't have as much fun reading by myself as I do reading with other people. Partly because it makes it easier to manage chat and to keep track of what's going on in chat, and partly because it's just more fun with somebody else. I mean, there's interaction, there's banter, there's back and, so it's more fun. And I think it's better for the audience too. That's just me. I mean, that other people might feel differently on their channels, but this is how I feel on mine. So I don't know yet who's going to be with me next week, and it may not be anybody. So I want to thank, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, please subscribe, because I'm getting really close to that magic 500 mark.
Remember these readings, private readings?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I have to. Oh, I'm so bad at this. So does Pixie. Our emails are in the show notes below. Description. Sorry, YouTube calls it a description. Are in the description below. And if you would, I would really appreciate you supporting this channel. And my PayPal information is there. And so is a link to my Amazon wish list, which has some of the most random things ever. There's random. I mean, well, I've already received
you got your
I got the most wonderful slippers from Diane, and I got a deck of oracle cards, the What We've Forgotten deck, which I just love. So all those random things sound. Yeah, they are pretty random. I admit it. Some of it's bird perches, because Wanda chews through hers regularly, and some of it is. Just like there's, okay, you're going to laugh at this, Pixie. You know what? There's a pair of cake pans on there with their own lids. Because I live alone. So if I make brownies or I make something, right, then I just like
dry it out. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me.
I know was perfectly logical to me, but it's so random for a wish list. Anyway, so yeah, that's right. I know. So, so thank you all for being here. Thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart. I love you all, and so does Wanda. So does Wanda, and goodbye, and we'll see you.
Be well, everybody.
Next week. Yes. Where's my outro video? Did I not link it? Hold on for a second. I do have an outro video. No, what happened to it? It's gone. Oh, isn't that interesting? The only one there is the Akashic Adventures one. The two that I created are not there. Okie dokie. All right. Well, no outro. So see you next week, folks. Bye.
Bye.